Hello friends. So today's stream is gonna be about the brain of our entire circuit or contraption, whatever you would like to call it. It is about the Node MCU board. So Node MCU is an open source Lua based firmware and development board which is especially targeted for IoT based applications. It includes firmware that runs on ESP8266 Wi-Fi SoC. So that is a chip. So this board runs on the firmware based on that chip. It is from Espressif Systems, and the hardware which is based on the ESP12 module, which is the microcontroller present on it. So this board basically takes the commands that you give and gives electric signals out of it. Uh, so electric signals out of it to other parts of the circuit so that they work accordingly. This board is just like an Arduino, but there are quite a few differences between them all. You all can see some photographs here. You all can see some photographs on the PowerPoint. So these are different types of these are the same type of board, just different photographs. And in the photo that is below there, those are different types of boards. But the one which is on the left hand side, is the most popular. So yeah. So it's like whenever I see this board, it kind of reminds me of a bug, but like a small bug. But okay.
Yes. I have achieved comedy. I can finally. Oh no.
Let's move on. I actually have a Node MCU board right now with me. It's this is the size comparing to my palm. It's quite a small board. Let us talk about the components now. So let us start from the front. This board accepts power through a micro USB port. You will also upload the code to this board through the port. That rhymes so good. It accepts 5 volt of power. It runs on 5 volt of power. The button below this is the reset button. So what this reset button is that it will wipe out all the information that you had given to it before. So for example, if you had uploaded a code and you wanna upload another code on it, you can press this button to assure that no part of the previous code is left in it. Generally, when you go to upload the code, it will automatically remove all the things that you had before, but sometimes it happens that a few bits and pieces are left there. So just for reassuring, you can press that button. The button above it is the flash button. It is, I assume it's used to flash some firmwares on this board. Then comes this chip. It is a CP2102 chip, USB to TTL converter. What this chip does is that it will, so you're giving the code through this, you're giving all the data to this board through this USB port. So it will convert the data into a language that is readable by this chip over here. That is what this board does. It's sort of like a translator. Then comes this onboard LED. It's a small LED. It is connected to this port through this pin, sorry, which is the deep digital output pin. It's the first pin. So for example, if you write any code where you are giving power to this pin, this LED will blink accordingly. Then comes this 3.3 volt voltage regulator. What it does is that it will take a small part of the voltage that you are giving from this guy, from this port, and step down the voltage, and it will regulate the voltage and give it in these pins. You can see 3 volt pin, 3 volt pin. There are like one here also. So what it does is that, for example, if you have any sensor or something connected to this board and you want to power that sensor, you will have to use these pins to give power. It will supply 3.3 volts. Then comes this chip. It is an ESP12E chip. It is like a microcontroller, and it also has Wi-Fi. This is a factor that separates a Node MCU board from an Arduino board. Also, you have the antenna over here. It's a 2.4 gigahertz antenna. Then these are some resistors over here and all these things. Now these are the pins. As you can see, there are many different pins. Here you have the analog pins and the voltage pin. You also have a reset pin, so if this button does not work, you can just fuse this pin and it will reset everything. So it's connected to this button. Then you have voltage pin, ground pin. You have a V in pin. What it does is that if you have a power supply that does not have this port, and so you will just connect a 5 volt pin on this pin, and this board will start working. Then you have all the analog pins over here. This side you have all the digital pins. uh, so you have like two ground pins, two 3 volt pins, digital pins, and RX and TX pins. So basically what RX and TX does is that it is used for receiving and transmitting data. So for example, if you are connecting this with an Arduino board, uh, you will you will connect the receive pin of this board with the transmit pin of that board, and the transmit pin of this board with the receive pin of that board, so that they can interchange data between them. There are some sensors also which utilize this pin. Also, some boards are there like Arduino, where for example, if you run out of the RX and TX pins, you can manually configure these pins while writing a code, and you can configure them as RX and TX pins. So that is also very good option. Then this is the backside. uh, they have just written some website names and things. Then also, if you like bought this board and it's not working with your laptop or whatever you're using, you have to install a particular driver, that is CP2102 driver. So now let us see some examples of where this board can be used. This was the inside. So these are some examples of in this photo. This person has connected all the digital pins with these relay modules, and then he can connect all his appliances over here, so that he can basically connect them. So that he can access them through IoT. He can many things. For example, you can have automatic garden or smart home or anything. Then this is a fingerprint sensor. This person has hooked that sensor up with his Node MCU. It can also be used for many things like security. So for example, if you wanna allow anyone in your home, if you have a smart lock, then it can be used for this. It can process all the things, and if the fingerprint is valid, it can open the lock. Also, it can simultaneously give a notification on your phone that somebody has entered the house. Then this is a voltage sensor. He has two wires connected, and due to this, he's able to sense the voltage. This is a humidity and temperature sensor. So basically, he can have all he can. So this sensor will take the readings. It will give it to this board. The board is getting power. It is connected to a Wi-Fi network, and it will upload the code in this way. You can see here. Actually, it's an Adafruit interface. So basically, your board is connect. If you have your board connected online, then you can just have any of these sensors giving the data shown up on your screen, just like this. So, for example, this guy over here is having all these things like resistors and light detecting sensors, and all the readings he is able to see them on his phone through this app. So this is also how it is usable. uh, I had programmed this. You can see this is a Node MCU board. So yes, that was it for today. Please join me the next time. uh, I hope you all liked it. uh, Please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much.